PvE games. Genuinely having some of the nicest communities out there and also keeping the game strong years after release. And one of the kings of PvE is Deep Rock Galactic. A game about space dwarves that mine for the company, drink beer and shout the funny word that drowns servers at its mere mention.
For rock and stone! Rock and stone, brother! Carl!
And recently I got access to the new game, Rogue Core. So I decided to inform you of my first impressions, as this game is not the same as the one before. The game is more difficult, more combat focused and a lot more intense, and also it's a roguelite. Roguelites meaning that no run is going to be the same, and if you fail, it's back to square one. So let's get the basics out of the way. What makes this game different from the original? Well, for starters, we have 4 different classes who we will go into soon. The missions are set with one goal: reach the elevator and reclaim the facility from the core spawn. Whereas the original had a host of missions designed around the company's needs. This would range from escort missions and more kite mining. But you can find a few little extra missions on the side that reward you with more of the game's unique material. Expedite. This mineral will be used to upgrade your dwarf the more you go down. Just like with the mule, you'll deposit it, and when you reach enough, you can gather around to select an upgrade of your choice. You'll get some flashy upgrades that might suit certain classes or your playstyle, or you can take more health if you think you need it. Unlike the original game though, you aren't here to mine. Expedite is the only mineable source, with the exception of red sugar. On board the ship there does appear to be a bar that may serve the same purpose as the original, but it doesn't work at the moment, so don't expect a rocky mountain anytime soon.
Oh, I have a leaf number special.
Along with that, Glyphids are not the enemy here, instead it's the core spawn. Core spawn are just as nasty though and have a decent variation of enemy types. In addition, we have a whole host of new weapons. I wasn't able to try all the new weapons, but so far, they all rock. One key thing about them is that they are not class specific. One such weapon I loved is the hammer.
This is what God would use to shoot somebody.
This weapon is just straight up a bolt gun and it feels like it. You can carry up to 2 weapons, a grenade and also a utility item such as like the drills or the flare gun, which will all be found as you venture down into the caves. But at the start of the game you are equipped with a passive item that grants more ammo if you choose to keep just one weapon, allowing you to solo with it if any extra weapons don't interest you. One thing I don't like about grenades though is that you can't just use the G key to throw them, you have to switch to them like a weapon. I might also be wrong and it's not keybinded yet, but it's messing with my muscle memory of using grenades to help with crowd control. This is alpha, so it could change. Rogue Core is more combat focused and time sensitive. In my first game I was overwhelmed because I wasn't paying attention and the alert was sounding. Every second is precious and you need to keep going until you find the elevator, while also grabbing some expedite and bonus missions to upgrade yourself. If you don't upgrade, you will die. Another thing is the missions also allow you to pick a path that may come with a useful reward, but also a nasty risk. In addition, you may find small upgrades in the caves to improve your weapons or your dwarf, along with some bio boosters that also buff your dwarf. Once you've gone through the main levels, you will essentially have a final level where you fight a boss by disrupting a rift. You fight this creepy looking mantis and throw balls back into hell. You need to keep moving while fighting this boss as it launches what I can only describe as a mini black hole. You see one of these, you've got to move. Beating it will win you the game and you will be back in the hub for your next assignment. Okay, so just a quick heads up, the game has had an update since I last played and it's pretty much changed a lot of things. It's added a place to buy perks with in-game points and chips. Stuff like more health and better critical chance. Also Bosco, or Cooper as he's called in this game, now launches rockets without prompt. This allows you to focus on combat as your little buddy supports you. While you can no longer control Cooper's rockets, he can still do everything else such as mining, lighting areas and focusing enemies. So what about the new classes? Spotter is a very helpful and supporting class, using his marker to either single out a single enemy or shoot a surface for a small area of effect. With certain weapons he is one-tapping everything. He also comes with dash and hover boots, the latter I forget exists. Slicer is the melee class everyone asked for, but not really. Slicer's ability to slash allows him to clear space and will one-tap everything up to the largest core spawn. He is very combat focused and likely to be the one at the front of a battle. He comes with dash and born ready. Guardian lives up to his name, as his stun gauntlet things allow him to shut down targets close by or try and stun groups at a distance. This also does damage and can be effective at horde control. The stun is solid and can be very good to give yourself space or line up shots against weak spots. He comes with deep pockets. Falconer is equipped with a robot falcon. You can focus targets from long distances as it rains hell with electrical attacks that often straight up murder smaller core spawn. It's also solid damage to follow up with from teammates or Cooper. I found myself having a lot of fun throwing this in the middle of hordes as we just deleted them along with my explosive pistol. He comes with field medic and heightened sensors. Where the previous dwarves were designed around traversal and filling in roles to suit all jobs such as terraforming the area to help your teammates or mapping the cave, Rogue Corps dwarves are designed to eradicate enemies. I can imagine combining the Slicer Sword with the Spotter's Mark to inflict massive damage on a single target. Unfortunately, I played all my missions solo as my friends are still waiting to join the club. And while I could join randoms, I wanted to make sure my footage and experience with each dwarf wasn't impacted by anyone else. All in all, I think this game has a lot of promise, and given that the original Deep Rock Galactic is one of my favourite PvE games out there, I have faith that the team will make something fresh and different from this. This is solely a first impressions video, and so far it's got a thumbs up from me. If you've had the chance to play the game, let me know if you agree or disagree with my small video. In the meantime, I will be posting 4 videos of each class in action. That's just so you can see how they play in the game and decide which class might be your favourite. Anyway, thanks for watching this little video. Rock and stone, Reclaimers.